Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Poke's Food Channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, this is kind of a cool guitar I'm selling. It's got a solid carved top, laminate back and sides. Sounds like an old L5. They really did a good job on this. This one does have a crack on the top. I just got an estimate to get it fixed of $80 to $100 from 13th Street Guitars here locally. I don't want to mess with it. Whoever buys it can fix it if they want. If I was going to keep this guitar, which I'm thinking about doing, it just sounds so good. I wouldn't even worry about it. But you could level it out and have it cleated for 80 to 100 bucks probably. But anyway, I want to explain myself a little bit today because my Pokesoo channel is really a reflection of freedom. It's kind of, sharing my musical journey, my musical thoughts, all the different guitars that I buy and sell and collect. And it's really about freedom. And I know I've done an awful lot of stuff with altered tunings. I'm really into altered tunings. I love Michael Hedges and people like that. I love flamenco. I do a lot of stuff in a flamenco tuning where the G string becomes an F sharp and the low E becomes a D. I do a lot of stuff in DAD-GAD. I'm really into altered tunings, but I'm really into normal tunings too. But I just sometimes kind of get sidetracked, or I don't even want to use the word sidetracked. I get bored sometimes with normal tuning. So I've had a few emails from people saying, why don't you do some stuff in normal tuning? You're always doing stuff in a lot of altered tuning. So I'm going to get back to it a little bit. And the guitar ladder system, if you want to discover your own musical point of view, the guitar ladder system really works. It transcends definition. I've been doing transcendental meditation for 45 years. I've been studying the way the subconscious mind works and the science of neuroplasticity. And neuroscientists, people with PhDs have proven that when you define everything and analyze everything, you actually cut off the flow state. You cut off that flow state to your subconscious mind. Great music, great improvisation. Sure, it's work and everything, but especially improvisation. I studied with Joe Pass for a while, and Joe Pass used to say, simplify your thinking and don't always be thinking about what you're doing. You have to kind of let go, but you need to have the preparation. You have to enter. It's kind of like planting seeds. You have to plant seeds in your subconscious mind, and that's what the guitar ladder system does for $199 for 100 studies. I don't send it all at once, but it's a huge value. I really need to raise the price. It's way too cheap. I get $100 an hour per lesson for private lessons. But in the guitar ladder system, you'll learn the 10 different systems of improvisation in musical studies that are very musical. And then your own subconscious mind assimilates that material. And then when you just improvise every day, it will start coming out. You'll start discovering your own musical ideas. There's no better high on the planet. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to get back to normal tuning. So I'm just loving this guitar. It sounds like an old L5. This is a Guild. I think it's model A150. But see here, even in 4 chord to 13 flat 9, 4 chord, 13 flat 9, major 7, 7 sharp 5, sharp 9, 13, 13, 13 flat 9, Hungarian minor. Always move chords in minor thirds and they sound beautiful. Major 7, 7 sharp 5, sharp 9, 13. Dominant. That's one of my favorite chords, by the way, is that this ninth chord just sounds so beautiful. It's got a root of flat 7, so it's in the dominant family. Root, flat 7, 9, 3, 13. I mean, I could call this a 13, or if I do it like this, it's a 9. Joe Pass used to say it's the idea that's important, not the definition. He used to always say to simplify your thinking. But that's a great chord. You can do this chord like this, where you get the 11. It's an 11th. It's got the flat 7. Flat the 9. That's one of my favorite chords too, is the major 13 flat 5. Major 13 flat 5 resolves 7 sharp, 5 sharp, 9. But I mean, if you really want to take a quantum leap on your guitar, I would highly suggest you don't overthink it. Invest in the guitar ladder system. It's only $199. It's going to be going up in price soon. You can order at stevesguitars.com. Just scroll down the home page. And you put in the code SZ. I just drank a shake with a bunch of greens in it. It's making me cough. It was really cold, and a lot of these little greens called power greens. But anyway, scroll down, put in the comment box SZ1097 to qualify you for some free bonus material. If you don't see that comment box, just email it to me, pokesoo@gmail.com. But yeah, for $199, you're getting thousands of dollars of guitar instruction, and you'll expose your own subconscious mind to the 10 different systems of improvisation, chromatic, diatonic, symmetry, common tone, secondary dominant, flat 5 sub, chromatic, etc. But again, all the different studies show these, have these, and they're very musical studies. They sound very musical. They have these concepts inside them. But even the great composer John McLaughlin says, any chord can follow any chord. But what you want to do is you want to improvise every day. So I love these. That's a good one. 4 chord to 13 flat 9. 4 chord, 4 chord. I'll do this guitar for $750 plus shipping, not a penny lower, because I didn't get this dirt cheap. It does have the crack on top, but I mean, this is really a lot of guitar for the money. I'm pretty blown away by this guitar. Part of me wants to keep it, but I can't. I have a lot of guitars. I can't fall in love with every guitar that I get, But yeah, it's just a beautiful guitar. It's got that old sound, like an old Gibson L5 CES or an old Gibson L5, just acoustic that has a floating pickup. It's really, it's got the plastics on the pickguard. But yeah, the 4 chords are great. Bichord. And you always want to be resolving, every chord is a high tension chord or a low tension chord. Here's a high tension chord. Major 7 demands resolution. Low tension chord, you can hang on it all day. Right. But yeah, you need to kind of plant seeds in your own subconscious mind for improvisation. Here's a nice. I know I'm just showing a lot of different ideas today. Here's a great little trick. Non-root 13 to 13 to 13 to 13 flat 9. Let's see, that's not as predictable. And it might sound off to some people, but you need to expose your ear to different things. Like if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I do a flat 5. See, that sounds. You don't want to be so predictable, and you want to learn to play inside and outside. But anyway, I just thought I'd share a couple ideas today. This one's kind of have a Joe Pass feel sound. This is a kind of a neat chord. It's got the root, the 6, the 3, the flat 13, and the 7. But that sounds nice. Major 9, 6 with the 7 on top. Augmented riff. Minor 9, 7 sharp 5. Major 9, 9, 6, 7. And cycle 1 in the guitar ladder system is this. Sometimes I send this to people, and they go, "Oh, I've already done something kind of like that." That's not the point. The point is you get this one under your belt, then you learn some of the other cycles have the same kind of major 7 to diminished. But the guitar ladder system is for intermediate to advanced players, and there's things that you're going to be exposed to that you've never done before. I've got cycles with partials, But you always want to be improvising and working on technique. A lot of players have really weak right hands. I work on technique an hour or two every day, and I'm 70 years old, and I'm a pretty good picker too. But still, I'm not warmed up right now. But you want to work on your right hand every day. But yeah, it's about learning to, improvisation is the key to musical growth. When I studied with Joe Pass, he used to say, learn chord melody style playing and learn, practice improvisation every day if you want to take a huge leap. And the way to do that is to expose your subconscious mind to the 10 different systems of improvisation, which is what the guitar ladder does. If any of this is making any sense, trust me, invest the $199. Just go to Steve Zook Guitars, invest, buy the guitar ladder system. Go to stevezookguitars.com, scroll down the homepage, invest the $199. It really works. I send it a little bit at a time. But yeah, you always want to be connecting chords. And just always finding ways to, like here, non-root 13 to minor 7 flat 5 to the, like I said, this chord before, kind of a major, major 7 with a flat 13. Poly chords. But yeah, the emails, again, my favorite chord here, one of my favorite chords is this dominant 13 in this kind of voicing. But if you're always thinking, oh, I'm the dominant of this and the fifth of this, a 5 to 1, or 1 2 6 5, whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're always thinking diatonic harmony, I'm going to repeat this. If you're always thinking, period. But if you're always thinking diatonic harmony, your playing's going to really be bored. And if you're always thinking while you're playing, your playing's going to be bored. Music is a flow state, my friends. Musical expression, working ideas is a flow state. Now, there is kind of a thing, okay, you have to practice every day. You need to practice improvisation, and that takes a little bit more structure and a little more thinking, right? You practice improvisation every day, and then you kind of, all that information begins to assimilate, and your own ideas just start flowing out. The emails I get from people that are studying the guitar ladder system and planting those musical seeds are just incredible. Some of them even send me the recordings. It's so cool. But it really works. I mean, it's you can't learn everything by formulas and things. You need to expose your musical ear to ideas and plant seeds of improvisation and musical knowledge in your subconscious mind. It's called the science of neuroplasticity. This has been documented by neuroscientists, people with PhDs in neuroscience that study the way the brain works. It's really true. So it's really important that you improvise. So every day I improvise. Here's another one, major 13 to 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Boy, this guitar sounds good. It sounds like a high-end guitar. There I could go into cycle 1 of the guitar ladder system. And then cycle 2, you add the diminished and minor thirds. Excuse me. And then cycle 2 in the guitar ladder system, you add the shading with the major 13 flat 5. And you can add that in multiple places. You can add it up here. You can make a cycle out of that, minor 7 to major 13 flat 5. Maybe take it somewhere different. Anyway, this guitar is for sale. I'm really gonna miss it. Like I said, I'll go $750 cash plus shipping, not a penny more. And I'm not making much on this one. I don't make much on most of my stuff, to be honest. It's still got the plastic on it. It does have a crack. I don't even care. I mean, once you start playing this guitar, it sounds so good and looks so cool and plays really good and sounds so good, plugged or unplugged. You really forget about the crack. But if you want, you can get it cleated, tightened up, kind of evened out a little bit. For probably, I just got a quote, 80 to $100. I don't want to mess with it. I don't have time to take it down and pick it up and. But yeah, that's a quote that I got from 13th Street Guitars, Hugh in Huntington Beach. He does a great job. If you need work, tell him that you heard about 13th Street Guitars from Steve Zook. I don't make any money. I just like to support people that do good work. So tell Hugh, who's the owner, that you heard about 13th Street Guitars on Pokesoo Channel. But yeah, this it's all about improvisation. I have some studies. I think that's cycle one. Then I have studies. Like I said, I can't go through them all, but it's all about improvisation. The more you improvise, the more you're going to grow your musical ear. And you need to, you can either be a consumer and just be another brick in the wall, another brick in the wall, or you can be a conscious co-creator. Everybody has talent to create. I don't care if you don't think you have any musical talent. You do. You have more than you think you do. You have more gifts than you think you do, but you got to wake them up. And that's what the guitar ladder system. The guitar ladder system wakes up your musical talent. It's not bullshit. I'm 70 years old. I've been playing since I was 7 or 8. I've studied with Ted Green, Joe Pass, Tony Rizzi, Horace Hatchett, who taught Howard Roberts. I'm probably 75% self-taught. I studied flamenco. I studied concert level classical. If you need a little bit of cred, I'm not trying to brag, but you can go to Vintage Guitar Magazine, put in Steve Zook, read the review of my CD. You just go to vintageguitar.com, put in Steve Zook. Folks, I know what I'm doing. I really do. It's not an ego thing. I give most of the credit to the universe, but I've worked my ass off. And I've worked really hard to come up with a system of learning guitar that opens up your musical ear and really does feed your musical talent, even if you don't have as much as your friend has who learns things easier. Who cares? You got to be positive, folks. That's a good thought for the new year. Let's all be positive and realize there's no limit to what we can do. Let's let go of limitation. Let's do positive affirmations. Abundance and prosperity, miracles are my natural state. But if you love guitar and you love music, invest the $199. It's really going to work for you. I don't send the stuff all at once, but you're going to learn the 10 different systems of improvisation in a very organic fashion, and it's going to wake up your musical ear. I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but I always get emails. Yeah, all of a sudden I started noodling and doing something I've never done. Do you then have to work on that idea? Yes, you have to then work. The idea starts to sprout. You work on it, you play with it, and you develop something really cool. It's kind of a combination, but you got to feed your musical mind. Here's one of my favorite chords is a bichord. It's a minor 7 and a major 9th C. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I've gotten a few emails from people saying, "Can you do some stuff back in normal tuning again?" So yes, I'm getting back into it. But yeah, I love this bichord. It goes real nice with a major 13 flat 5 to a dominant 13 to a major 13 flat 5, major 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. I love the harmonic minor. Harmonic minor to the 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 sounds really. A little slide makes it sound even more cool. But yeah, if you love guitar and you're just, you're tired of growing slowly, this is not bullshit. I've researched this. I've had tons of private students over the years, all my guitar ladder customers. If you just have to trust the system, as corny as that sounds. And they've actually proven in the science of neuroplasticity that when you just do something for joy and just are positive about it and get into it and don't analyze and define so much, the growth is exponentially higher. When you define and analyze, you actually cut off the flow of the subconscious mind. This is from neuroscientists, by the way, not from me. But when you analyze and define all the time, especially while you're playing and trying to create, you actually cut off the flow of the subconscious mind. You cut off what they call the flow state. There's a time every day when you do practice with a structure, like working on my guitar ladder system course, studies. And there's the time when you do that, and you can be thinking whatnot, but then you let go, and all that information just assimilates itself. So, I mean, if you really love guitar and you want to take a quantum leap, and go to steves@guitars.com. Don't overthink it. Invest in 199. Let's get you started on the guitar ladder system. You'll make huge progress if you don't require it. As corny as that sounds, it's just the way the subconscious mind works. But anyway, yeah, you always want to be resolving. I love the 13 flat 9 chord with a 13 flat 9 lick. So yeah, I know I'm throwing a lot of information out today, but I kind of want to catch up a little bit. But yeah, I love this bichord. You can learn a lot by listening to great pianists like Bill Evans and stuff. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this guitar. This thing, it really does, even unplugged. It kind of sounds like an old Gibson L5 from the 30s, 40s, or 50s. This is a lot of guitar for the money. It has a hard case. Like I said, I had a quote of $80 to $100 to fix the crack. I don't want to mess with it. You can do it. I'm really going to miss this guitar. I'm still kind of going back and forth on whether I can sell it. Just and that's not cute sales bullshit. I really love this. And the pickup sounds really good on this guitar. Anyway, so I think I'll stop now, so this video will upload without taking an hour. But anyway, I'm going to be doing more stuff in normal tuning. So those of you who've gotten a little frustrated with me doing so much stuff in dadgad and flamenco tuning, okay, I hear you. You got a point. Even though I love altered tunings, I'm going to start doing more. This guitar is actually inspiring me to play more in normal tuning because it just sounds so good. Diminished. Anyway, I think I'll stop. Let's all be positive. Let's all just focus on positive thoughts and not worry about the crazy world, okay? Let's be positive, folks. You can always, nothing in your life is permanent. Things can change. They can change quick, too. It's positive stacking. Focus on positive thoughts, times in your life when things have flowed. Remember that what you focus on and put your energy into, can manifest. You have to be really careful that you focus on the right thoughts, because we have 80,000 thoughts a day. Most of those thoughts are just regurgitated bullshit. So choose what thoughts you want to, start thinking about what you're thinking about. Start thinking about what you're focusing on and try to introduce positive thoughts. A great one is everything I need and want is on its way. Again, everything I need and want is on its way. Abundance and prosperity is my natural state. Miracles are natural. All right, folks. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.